This video didn't find you by accident. It didn't find you by a coincidence, but a synchronicity. I think for some of you, you have actually been in a very different mindset. I don't mean negative or positive, but you've been very neutral. And it feels for this collective that you're kind of not content, but you're also at a point where at least it's not bad. At least things aren't getting worse. But I feel as if you're not in a great mindset. You're not in that mindset of, I'm thankful I've got a roof over my head. I'm thankful I've got food in my mouth. I'm thankful for the family I have. I'm thankful for the support I get. I'm thankful for the job I have. What are you thankful for today? What is something that you are genuinely thankful for? I want you to put that in the comment to not only lock it in, but also to affirm what you're actually thankful for today. Oh, okay. And the tower really wanted to come out. I will leave that. Actually, I'm just going to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to go with the first one. Okay. This is a very interesting. Let's just move these. Interesting one. Now, I am going to keep the tower in the top of this because this is representing you. I'm not feeling that you're not in that everything's good phase, but you're also not in that phase of, oh, what's wrong with my life? Everything's shit. It could be worse. It's such a in between meh feeling. This is really giving that you may have been going through struggles, or struggles are going to come up, especially if you've been in a job where you don't know if tomorrow you're going to have a job, because you could be in a place where a lot of people rely on it for, maybe you're in the industry for supplying food, or you work in a retail shop, and it's been okay. It's been steady. It's been, at least I've got a job. At least I've got a house. But it's not, I'm thankful I've got a job. It's not, oh, I've got a job. But you're very in that, just in between, not moving forward, not moving backwards, and very content. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be content, but it can be something that sets us back, and we don't want to allow ourselves to get in a comfortable state of mind where we're existing, or we're just living in a routine of day to day to day. Yes, routines are great, but we should also be helping ourselves, learning our lessons, bettering ourselves, learning something new, learning a new skill. But whatever you're doing here, it's not like it's bad, but it feels as if we're not waiting for the tower moment, but we're also very content. Well, now we've got a very masculine energy coming here, so this might even be someone maybe they're someone who you might project the positivity, like, I'm so happy I've got this job. I'm so thankful that we're still able to work. I'm so thankful that I'm able to provide for my family. I'm thankful that I have a car, whatever it is. And they might be, you've got a job. It's a job. It feels as if there's someone who might be raining on the parade. We got the Emperor for a reason, because, again, it might not be your energy being, it might be someone that it might be even, I'm getting husband, boss, director, so maybe is someone who's it's not exactly your boss, but they're your boss's boss, maybe. I'm also getting grandparents can be impactful. So it could be someone who is in a bit of an older mindset. Maybe they grew up with nothing, so them seeing you being so positive about all the good things coming in, they think, well, you've just got a job. It's just a job. And they might think it's you're a bit too optimistic. The emperor here. Again, so I know I mentioned routines. Routines are great. I am getting that you do want to get into routine, but I'm also getting that you need to venture off your current routine. So there could be something here. I'm getting walking, or you need to get out and walk more. Maybe it's it's a case of walking to work or spending some time, but there's something here about your routine as it is. Although you do have a really good day-to-day routine, there are some things where you need to make changes. And it's very adamant you need to make those changes to help yourself. And it can be hard, especially when we're very comfortable, very much enjoying what our current routine is. I always really appreciate when I get validated in these. So, again, as I mentioned, these are feeling again where we're not, it's not as if you're in a bad situation. It's not as if you're in a good situation, but it is feeling meh. And again, this might not be you, this might be someone around you, and it might be a wake up call to say, hey, why are you so negative? Like, ask them. Ask them why they're being so negative. Be very forward. Be like, I like being positive because it helps uplift me and it helps me feel ready to start the day. It makes me feel I can tackle the day no matter what life throws at me. This is someone who they downplay their emotions. They feel very much someone who is, and I don't want to offend anyone, that is not emotionally intelligent. And it's not saying you're dumb, it's not saying you're not intelligent, but emotionally intelligence is someone who is in tune with how they feel and how they respond to situations and taking accountability where it needs to be done. And this is someone who they are very mediocre with it because they don't want it to be too good, because if things get too good, then something bad is going to be around the corner. And that is a really negative mindset to be in. And again, this could be someone around you. I I could be picking up for the collective, it could be someone that's around you. Or it could be you. It could be you that need that harsh reality and that bit of a wake up call from your guides. But this is someone who is really not in tune with themselves, not in tune with their emotional intelligence, and not willing to grow themselves. You are setting yourself up for disappointment, and that is when that tower will come. The tower represents you and how you're treating your tower, your temple, your body, whatever you want to refer to it. But the reason why the tower shows up is generally because it's melting away, or things coming to destruction. Sometimes it's a good thing, things getting moved out, but this is giving the toxic energy of whoever either this is about or whoever I am reading to right now. And at the moment, it's more of a warning of what will happen. You stay in this content state of not expressing your emotions, not allowing yourself to be in a positive mindset. Even when bad things happen, we can find some good into it. And it is hard, yes. And what you have to do And I am someone who used to be very negative, so I can feel and relate to this. But instead of focusing so much on that bad things, vent out what happened and just say it. This frustrated, this upset me, this upset me. I'm going to keep that in. Um, this upset me. This whatever it was that made you feel the emotions, and then okay, why am I upset? Why am I angry? Why am I feeling fear? Why am I feeling anger? Because if it's not love, if it's not a response of love and light, why? We should be asking ourselves why. And journaling it down is actually a really healthy way to work this out. And I feel, again, this might not be for you. This might be for someone else. This might be for someone who isn't a masculine side. So it could be a father, it could be a grandfather, it could be a co-worker, a husband, a partner, or someone. Whoever this is for, they need to start writing it down. And it could be a case of, hey, I'm doing a challenge. Did you want to join me? I want to focus on 3 things that I was disappointed about, and why I was disappointed, and then followed with 3 things that that were positive that happened. And you could give them examples. You can be like 3 negative things. Today I woke up feeling a bit tired. Today I got upset with a person. 3, I don't know, maybe you tripped over or stubbed your toe and you're like, okay, the first one, I woke up tired. Well, the main reason I woke up tired is because I stayed up too late. The second one, I got upset because it triggered something inside me that I wasn't happy about. And it really reflected on what I hold my standards for myself. And then the third thing, stubbing my toe. Yeah, I got upset because, it hurt like anything. And then you go, okay, now the 3 positive things, 3 positive things. I got to spend the day with my partner, or I got to wake up and see the sunset. I got to see my child smile at me. I got to pet my animal. I got to go outside and touch the grass, whatever it is. That is something that you can focus on, or someone you know can focus on, because this is definitely something about growth. And this is something I help in my sessions. When it comes to the shadow work side of things, this is definitely feeling very shadow work side of things. But these are things that I help you with. These are things that I can help people with. And then you've got the King of Swords. I think this is where someone else comes in. And the reason why I'm feeling someone else, because the energy feels different here to the other ones. This could be someone who is able to assist. It could, again, this could be you. You could be the one who's like, I know who this exactly is about. I know, like, this is Bob that I work with, and oh my God, he is such a negative person. This might be you, this might be someone else in their life, but sometimes just pointing out, hey, that's a really negative way of putting that, or that's a negative way of looking at the situation, or that's a glass half empty perspective. Something that kind of makes them go, oh, this is someone who is going, hey, we need to fix things. And it could be even that they are just given advice by someone and they want to make the moves here. And this could be you saying something, someone else saying something, them taking initiative themselves. I don't feel it, but hey, you never know. People can be different. But whatever this is, this person is really helping them or you with just that focus and that that aim in life. Now I've got this one here. I'm gonna just pick. Yeah, we got connection. Wonderful. Thank you. I love that Metatron giving us connection. That validation there from Metatron. Metatron is definitely coming in with that validation of connection, people helping, guiding. And if this is you, maybe you need to reach out to a therapist or someone who can help you with the tools. I can help with the shadow aspects of what you need to know and how to help yourself, but that can only get you so far because you do have to do some of the work yourself. What else, Angels? Thank you. Okay, so we got connection with people, illumination. So yeah, we got someone helping with that. Oh, we got justice and purpose. Yeah, so amazing. So the illumination one, illumination is giving someone or clear path being provided here. It could be you're given guidance or this person's given guidance. Maybe you suggest the thing. Journaling every day. Hey, I'm doing a challenge. For the next 30 days, I'm doing this. And then we got justice. So justice can be a good and bad one, but this one here is a sense of a justice in a sense like fighting back a little bit. Is feeling as if, well, things are okay where they are. Things have been it hasn't been bad. And maybe you haven't been feeling bad. Maybe this person hasn't is like, I'm able to go to work. I'm able to do this. And I'm trying my hardest not to think in a positive mindset because that's what I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling positive. I'm not feeling negative. I'm just feeling as if if it's being in the moment. And there's nothing wrong with being present, but we have a tendency to get too comfortable in those situations. And then purpose. I love this because Gabrielle is coming in with purpose. What is their purpose? What is your purpose? What is this purpose? There is something calling, and it could be even in that little back of the head going, this is not good, and they're just pushing it aside and pushing down those emotions. But we need to allow to enlighten and move ourselves. They all give message. So let's see what's the final message for the collective today. It was a bit of a longer video. I wanted this one to be longer. Okay. My memory is perfect. I remember everything easily. And this one is from Archangel Zadkiel. Call upon me, the Archangel of Memory. When you need to increase your mental abilities, remember facts, or release unhappy memories. Again, I was saying it felt like shadow work. So again, it's giving that shadow aspect. So if you're someone who is dealing with this, maybe start with journaling. And if you feel so called, you can definitely look into my options of what I have available. There are limited spots for each sessions, but they are there. And you can definitely book if you feel called to. And if you feel this is for someone else, maybe send them this video. Go, hey, this is you in a nutshell. This is what I've been telling you. Here's the sign. Send it to them. But at the very least, give a thumbs up, cheeky thumbs up, and put a cheeky comment in the down below. Show me if this resonated. Maybe be like, this is Bob from the office. This is Sandra from HR. I don't know. Maybe this is your Aunt Judy. Whoever it is. This was definitely a very direct message and a message that was meant to be heard by a certain amount of the collective. And I do really appreciate you sticking around to the very end. And I hope you have a beautifully blessed and wonderful day. Bye.